Well, there was a development today in the bizarre saga of Randy Quaid and his attempts to stay in Canada. The American actor arrested a week ago in Montreal on a warrant issued back in 2013 for missing an appointment with the Immigration and Refugee Board. He attended a hearing today, and his release was granted if he posts a $10,000 bond. Quaid and his wife first made news when they sought asylum in Vancouver after fleeing the U.S. in 2010. Quaid claimed star whackers were out to kill him. Well, CBC reporter Steve Rukavina had the privilege of watching this hearing unfold by closed-circuit television. And what did you see, Steve?
Well, it was weird. I didn't know that Randy Quaid was in Montreal, but we got a tip in our newsroom this morning that he was going to appear at this Immigration Refugee Board hearing. And so I showed up at the Immigration Refugee Board, was taken to a room where you can watch the hearing on closed-circuit TV. At first, I was the only journalist there, and indeed, I saw Randy Quaid, not like I remembered him from movies that I'd seen him in, but sporting a big, bushy beard, but the voice that he was testifying in was unmistakably him, that sort of southern accent drawl that he has, and he was explaining sort of his situation to the Immigration and Refugee Board.
And any sense of his state of mind? Did he seem lucid? Did what he say make sense?
Given what we know about him in the past, I sort of expected maybe that there was going to be some bizarre ranting, but he did seem quite lucid, and he was quite candid with the judge and apologetic about some of the mistakes that he'd made. So it was a bit unexpected in that sense. He seemed a bit more together, if you will, than I might have guessed he might be.
Together's a good word. When he was appearing at immigration hearings here in British Columbia, he talked about star whackers, and he was concerned that he might get attacked by people who whacked celebrities like himself when he went to the States. And so all of a sudden he turns up in Montreal. That came as a surprise to all of us in the newsroom here, Steve.
Not just to you, it came as a surprise to the Canadian government. Basically, after those bizarre claims that he made in Vancouver, Randy Quaid filed a refugee claim, it was denied. He filed a permanent residency claim, it was denied. And after that permanent residency claim was denied in 2012, in early 2013, he was supposed to show up for a meeting with Canada Border Services agents, and he just never showed up. And since then, since January 2013, Canadian government doesn't know where he is. He's been off their radar until last Thursday when he was spotted by a CBSA agent in Montreal, arrested at his house there and brought into custody. And that's what he was appearing in for the hearing about today.
All right, well, we'll keep watching this process as it moves along. Steve, thanks very much.
Thank you.